Hey everybody, what's up? And a couple weeks ago, LEGO revealed images of the 2020 LEGO Harry Potter sets. And now one of my followers on Instagram actually asked if I could do a video showing you guys my thoughts and how I'd be adding the sets to the Harry Potter display back here. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to be giving you all my personal opinions on each set, whether I'll be buying them or not, and how I plan on integrating them into the display. Now what you saw in the beginning was a little excerpt from my latest LEGO City video, basically where I'm just showing the Harry Potter section of the city so you guys can see the Battle of Hogwarts display I had set up there. So without further ado, let's get into the sets. So here I am right now just in my LEGO Harry Potter display, and obviously this is where I've been keeping all of my LEGO Harry Potter sets for the past couple years now, and this display has honestly been the greatest part of my channel and one of my favorite parts of the city without a doubt. And so I'm just going to get right to it with talking about the Astronomy Tower. So the Astronomy Tower is the latest castle addition coming into the display. It's going to be $100, and I think this set looks great. It's very unique. It's very interesting for that purpose. It's very, very unique, and I think it's going to look really nice into my display. But obviously the question, where's it going to go? So I've actually made down here a little thing. This is kind of just an outline of the size of the set. So based off the pictures, this is like how big the set roughly is going to be, and you know, it's going to be interesting. And my original thought was that I'd add it to the city kind of just right here, you know, right next to this little circular, or not circle, but like this rounded castle segment right back here. My original idea was to have this go here and then just attach the next part, which is the Dumbledore's office from the original castle sets, just right next to it. But I quickly realized that while that might work, I mean, obviously to do that I would need to move everything back, which is fine because my idea with the city as a whole is that these two tables are strictly for Harry Potter stuff, so I didn't really care about having to move it back. That wasn't really a problem to me. But what was a problem is that there's also another castle set coming out, which is this one right here, which would be the Room of Requirement. And this is a great looking set. Seriously, an amazing looking set. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But the thing is, this is the outline of the set. You know, this is this general size the set would take up. So I figured I need to find a way to add this to the city as well, because, you know, my eventual big plan is that I'm going to be able to say that my Harry Potter display features a decade of LEGO Harry Potter castles, because obviously these original ones came out in 2010. But in order to have that decade of castles in the display, I need to include the Room of Requirement. And the thing with the Room of Requirement is that the set has such a weird angle to it. You know, this is what it would look like from the outside of the set. So I thought to myself, how am I going to add that to this display? So what I'm thinking right now is, hear me out. I'm going to be placing, now this is just my idea. I mean, it might not happen once I get the sets, but my idea is that I'm going to cut the clock tower set right here, you know, because it's modular. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the Room of Requirement right here and attach it to this little castle segment right here. And then next to the Room of Requirement, I'm going to put the clock tower, but I'm going to have it be facing forward. So the idea is that when you look at this display from this area, you'll be able to see the clock tower facing you, which I think will add some really cool depth. And then my plan from there is to put the little rounded segment, which is the one that has the dancing play feature from the clock tower. That's a really useful piece. I would put that next. So it would be Room of Requirement goes back, and then it would be the clock tower facing out, and then there'd be that rounded section which will bring the castles back this way, and that's where I would put the Astronomy Tower set. So that's kind of like my plan, I'd say, for that. And then that's basically that. And then I'd obviously would connect Dumbledore's office to the end of the greenhouse section of that set and just put it in there, which I think would work. And I think it would actually add some really cool opportunity, you know, because if I look at the display from this area, just imagine how cool it would be if the clock tower was literally like right there where my hands is, because that where it would be looking at you. So I think that would actually work really well. And obviously, like I said, I'd have to expand that out, but it's not a problem. Like I said, this whole table is meant for the Harry Potter stuff, but obviously if the Harry Potter stuff is there, then I'll guess all the amusement park stuff, that's going to be moved, which is fine. I do have ideas for that stuff over here somewhere. So that is that. Next, the room of requirement, or not the room of requirement, I talked about that. Next, the Forbidden Forest set. I'm going to have to make a whole Forbidden Forest setup right here. Right now, I kind of just have the trees from Expecto Patronum kind of just thrown in here randomly, and then like a couple custom trees behind Hagrid's hut, along with the Whomping Willow. But I think I really need to build up a legit Forbidden Forest, because that set just looks so good, and it comes with the Gromp. It looks so good. So I need to like genuinely get something built up here. And my only concern is that if I'm going to be having the castles the way they're going to be, so obviously they're going to be going back. I'm not sure right now because I haven't measured, but I might need to move everything up in order to accomplish the clock tower moving backwards. So I might need to move everything up, which means that this area might need to be shifted, which is not a big deal. I'd probably end up putting Hagrid's hut, and I actually really like this idea. If I put Hagrid's hut right here where the Whomping Willow is, then I can build a whole forest back here, which I think could look pretty cool if I do that right. And I mean, obviously I'll have characters. I'll have the centaurs for the forest. I'll have Gromp. Maybe I'll have to get the other Forbidden Forest set to get an Aragog. But yeah, that would be pretty cool for that. So that's kind of my plan there. The other sets in the Wave Private Drive, number 4 Private Drive, that set looks amazing for $70. That's going to go somewhere in the city. I have an idea, but that's kind of part of my bigger plan of the city, because obviously there's going to have to be something that's done over here with all the fairground stuff. I have an idea where that's going to go, and Private Drive seems like it's about the same size as the pizza shop back there, so it's probably going to be something like that. I have ideas for that. There's a buildable Hedwig figure, which I think is phenomenal. The wings are going to flap. I think that's going to be such a nice desk piece. Definitely something I'm going to have to add to my sets. And even since it's only $40, that's really amazing. So that's going to also be a great set for me. And then the last set of the Wave is the Burrow. And you'll see right here that I actually have a Harry Potter Burrow set right here. This is the 2011 one. And I'm actually not planning on buying the new Burrow because, well, for one, I have a Burrow. And it's kind of like last year when I talked about, you know, the night bus, or how I didn't buy the night bus, and also how I didn't buy the Hogwarts Express from the first year of the sets. I'm not going to buy a set that I already have and don't necessarily, you know, need. I also don't think the new Burrow looks that good. I mean, it's definitely more accurate. It definitely has some really cool builds with like the making it lopsided and stuff, but I feel like just as a display piece, this one looks nicer. It's also an exact replica of the set. I mean, it even comes with all the same minifigures. I mean, you'll see I have Bellatrix down here right there next to Voldemort. I also have Greyback somewhere in there. He's actually not in this fight. He might still be at school. But I have all the minifigs except for Tonks, so I'll probably end up getting Tonks on Bricklink or something. But I really just don't think I need the new Burrow set. It's also $100. And like I said, it really is too much like the original. And this could just be nostalgia of me loving this set. I think I got this set for Christmas when I was young. But like either way, I'm not planning on getting the Burrow. And I know some people are going to hate me for that. I mean, I still have people requesting that I get the other Hogwarts Express set. But like I said, if I'm not going to need the set and I have a perfectly good version of it, I'm not going to buy it. Because, you know, Lego sets are expensive. But that is my plans for the display. I think my main plan is that the first things I'm going to do, I'm definitely getting the Astronomy Tower and the Remove Requirement first. Probably also the Forbidden Forest, and then I might not get the other ones day one, but yeah. And then I guess one other thing to talk about, as of the time of the recording of this video, it is May 6th, so there is no images of the CMF series yet, but you can definitely count on me getting all of those. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the 2020 Lego Harry Potter sets. I'm very happy with this wave of sets. I think they all are pretty solid sets. Like I said, the Burrow doesn't really interest me, but I think it still is a decent looking set. But I am definitely excited for all the other sets in the wave. Now I do just have to say that I live in the United States, so I won't be getting these sets until August 1st, which is kind of unfortunate because they come out June 1st for the rest of the world. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, kind of just throw that out there that I won't be able to do any of the stuff I mentioned in this video until August, but obviously it's all going to happen. It's all going to be pretty cool. That's going to be it for this video though. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all again in my next video.